Today we're going to talk about my garden and how it's doing, and also my chickens. Let's go. I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day I had enough. So I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. I want to show you my little lemon tree and how well it's doing. And look, I'm like, I love you little lemons, your little baby lemons. But look how many there are. Just such a great little tree. And it just, takes time. And I wanted to say this because I figured this out. Not every year is a bumper crop with fruit trees. Fruit trees seem a little finicky to me. They're funny. So you might get 2-3 years. They're okay. Like you're not getting that many. And then you'll have, boom, you'll have like so many one year. So just keep that in mind if you do fruit trees. Not every year is a bumper crop. But this year is. It's having a lot for this tiny little tree. So, and look, it's making more. That's so funny to me. Okay, so that's enough about that. Next, my tomatoes, which I love tomatoes. I love to eat fresh tomatoes when they grow in the garden. And I will literally just eat them every day. I don't really can them. I don't really store them. I just eat them every single day. I love to dice them up and put them on absolutely everything I eat. So here we are. I have a lot in this container, but what people need to know is, do you see how deep it is? Look, very deep, up to my elbow. So the roots can grow very, very deep in the soil. Even though they seem, you might be like, oh, they're a little crowded. It doesn't matter because they'll still manage. They're in bright sun with deep soil. So they have they have the tomato, when you start to see these little flowers. That's where little tomatoes are going to be. Right there, it's going to grow, 5 little tomatoes there. And they're in there, you can see. There's different varieties, so there's some more. So they're coming along and they look good, nice and healthy. Love the tomatoes. And here's some more tomatoes, same thing. The soil's not quite as deep, but they're still doing really well. They have the little tomatoes coming. Sometimes if you like sweeter tomatoes, the little ones are sweeter. If you want to put them in like pasta salad or something, sometimes the little ones work better for that. They just have a little crunch to them and they're a little sweeter. So, because tomatoes are a fruit, not a vegetable. Okay, so down here, I don't know if this is a pumpkin or a cantaloupe. To me, I'm guessing pumpkin, but it's doing well. It's got the buds on it and little buds more coming. So I don't see a baby pumpkin growing yet, actual fruit on there yet, but it all looks healthy. So guess what? Patience. I just have to be patient. Okay, here's all my zucchini. It's yellow and zucchini and yellow squash too. And I've been eating it every single day. I love the zucchini. So there's none on it right now because I just pick. As soon as it's, big enough, I pick it. But you can see there's more baby squash coming. A couple of them I saw babies in. Oh, like right there, there's a little baby squash coming. Over there's a couple yellow ones getting bigger. I don't see any more zucchini at the moment, but you can see the buds coming right here. There's a baby one right there. So again, it comes, but you gotta be patient. But I still have a lot in the side to cook with and eat. I have to tell you one thing about eggplant. I love eggplant. I like eggplant parmesan. And one thing you got to know about eggplants is they are tough little plants. They are just like the little soldiers of plants in the garden. So here's a big one. And it has a little eggplant right there growing. It's coming right there. You can see it. And it's got more up here, babies. These, I had the bug that chews around the plant and like just chews it off. So oddly though, I got to tell you, this one I put a stake there. So I held it up a little bit and I put some diatomaceous earth around the bottom of it to keep whatever bug that is. Somebody told me the name of the bug, but I forgot. But it's like a little Lumberjack bug, that's what it is. Like it chops all the way around the plant. And then if it's skinny enough, it'll just fall over. And I thought my cat was doing it, laying on the plants. Because he is a stinker, so I did blame him. All my animals are stinkers, but it wasn't him. Because when I looked closely, something was chewing it. But here's what I have to show you. So fascinating. Look down there, close shot. It healed itself right there. It all healed itself once I put the diatomaceous earth down. You can't even tell. It's actually fatter where he chewed it. And look, here we go. Still growing. So funny. That one over there, you can see it's little. It's a little behind the others. It got chopped off all the way. Like the bug tipped it over, just chopped it off, separated it. Look at that. That little plant is like, I'm coming back. My roots are still good. And that's the benefit of having great soil and a deep garden. Ants love eggplants. And if you leave the ants alone, they're like pollinating the eggplants. And if they crawl all over the eggplants, you will get 1,000,000 eggplants. Don't worry about the ants on your eggplant plants because that is what I think they pollinate them. I know ants do pollinate. You know, obviously not like a bee, but they do. And for eggplants, it works perfect. It never hurts them. And you can see tons of babies right here. Just so you know that. Leave the ants on the eggplants. Okay, so my friend gave me some cucumber plants. And I've never been able to grow good cucumbers. And so she said they like to be wet. Like they kind of like, you got to water them a lot and they like to be wet. Because no matter what I try, I just never grow them good. So I'm like, oh, I do have one tub that stays kind of wet. And it's this one. So I planted these cucumber seeds, 2 different varieties. No, I planted one variety. They literally came up in 2 days. They were like little sprouts. Okay, so here is my little zinnia garden that I planted by seeds. The first bunch of seeds I planted were zilches, nothing. I think 3 plants came up. So I'm like, oh. So now those were like ones I saved for a few years off other zinnia plants I had. All zilches except for a couple of plants. So then I just had to use a pack of seeds and plant them. But I planted them better now. I'm like, I'm going to do rows. I did 3 rows. And here they are. Here's where the chickens come in. You see this little dirt bed with the rocks around it. Oh, the chickens think that's their scratching spot. I have been having to chase the chickens out of here. I can't even let them out of the coop unless I sit out here and babysit. Chickens sit. Because they'll just, now they're bigger. But before they were, you know, when they're just coming up, they're little. And those chickens will ruin it in one afternoon. So they're on like chicken lockdown unless I can babysit. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.